Joining us now for more on the People's Initiative and Charter Change campaign is AKO BICOL Party List Representative Jil Bongalon. Kong Jil, thank you po for joining us this evening. We want to get your side po, no? Totoo ba ito na binabayaran or may budget ang mga local executives para bayaran ng 100 piso per signature para sa isang People's Initiative signature campaign for the Charter Change?
There's no truth about that, Rico. No, as we have mentioned, no, in our official statement released previous days, that there's no truth that flow of funds were being given, no, to the local chief executives. And as I've mentioned, that we were there together with Congressman Garbin as resource persons, and that is why we're thinking, no, kung saan po ito nanggagaling akusasyon na meron pong pera na ibinigay during that event. Because so far as I am concerned, the only or extent of my participation is that to discuss and to have an explanation about the process of amending the Constitution.
So, Congressman Jil, no, itong sinasabi niyong event took place, no, on January 5th sa Ellis Hotel, Legazpi City. Ang meeting niyo po ay kasama niyo po dito yung mga various municipal mayors. Kasi sinasabi po ni Congressman Lagman na kasama niyo sa lower house na nagbibigay ang mga AKO BICOL coordinators ng pera para sa signature campaign.
Well, again, there's no truth about that. No? In fact, no less than the president of the Mayor's League of Albay chapter denied such accusation. So, yung mga akusasyon po are baseless. No? Although Congressman Lagman presented that document allegedly that there was a purported document wherein a certain amount was received by the mayor, but there's no direct testimony, no, to corroborate such allegations. So, with that, wala talagang katotohanan, no, na meron pong pera na ibinigay during that event. All
right, kasi it seems like, no, so many allegations are taking place. There's a concerted effort kung dito sa signature campaign for a People's Initiative. Sinabi rin ni Senator Amy Marcos, she's heard districts were being offered 20 million pesos funding for various projects in exchange for signatures for People's Initiative. I wanted to ask you, no, Kong Jil, do you condemn any and all forms of vote buying for a People's Initiative?
Yes, definitely, Rico. I condemn all forms of vote buying with respect to this move to amend the Constitution through the process of People's Initiative. Kung meron po silang makita, no, na meron pong pamimigay ng pera or kahit in-kind, they're free to report it to our local authorities dahil hindi po, no, yan ang nagiging intensyon ng ating pong ng mga grupo, no, na gusto pong amyendahan ng ating saligang batas.
So, kayo po, Kong, bilang isang party list representative, are you 100% supporting itong People's Initiative to change the Constitution?
Yes, sir. I'm 100% supporting this People's Initiative. No, we have to remember that we have a 37-year-old Constitution na kung saan mas matanda pa po ang Constitution kaysa sa edad ko. And that there are economic provisions, for example, that are not meant to last for 37 years. So precisely the reason why the framers of the 1987 Constitution provided these three procedures or manners on how to amend the Constitution. At the end of the day, Rico, taong bayan naman po magdedesisyon, no, kung sila po ay pumapabor sa proposal to amend the Constitution or hindi. So there's an electoral, there's a process, no, for this procedure wherein taong bayan pa rin po ang magdedesisyon.
Opo, Kong Jil, pero even the past administrations, no, they've been trying to push for charter change, for economic provisions to further liberalize, no, ang ating ekonomiya and to attract more foreign investors. Pero hindi sila nag-push for a People's Initiative. Bakit hindi po magdesisyon ang ating lower house, ang ating mga kongresista at senador kung kailangan ng charter change?
Well, we have to remember that last year the House of Representatives has already passed this resolution of both houses, wherein we are calling for a constitutional convention. And the objective is that for us to amend the restrictive economic provisions of the present Constitution. Ito po ay inaprubahan sa mababang kamara at wala pong naging aksyon ang ating pong Senado patungkol ho dito. And that is why there are people, there are organizations or group of people who are now pushing again to amend the Constitution. Kung hindi po umubra yung isang proseso ng pag-aamyenda ng Constitution through Constitutional Convention, we still have two other procedures wherein siguro nakikita po na mas magiging viable ang pag-amyenda ng ating Constitution through People's Initiative. Because in the past, there were already attempts to amend the Constitution through this process.
Okay. That's a good point, that you have made, Kong Hill, basically change the restrictive economic provisions in the 1987 Constitution. Pero marami rin na nagsasabi, gusto niyo pong buksan yung ating 1987 Constitution para patagalin ang mga termino na mga lawmakers. What do you have to say to this po?
Well, allow me to put this in a proper context. Ito pong umiiral na campaign signature for the People's Initiative is the amendment of Section 1 of Article 17 of the 1987 Constitution. Dahil po dito sa pinakaunang procedure wherein Congress, upon a vote of 3/4 of all its members, meron po kasing debate, meron pong dispute. Hindi po magkasundo ang Senado at Kongreso kung ang voting po ba ay jointly or separately.
Okay.
And that is why the subject matter of the present move to amend the Constitution through People's Initiative is to add an additional phrase for this Section 1,
Okay.
Paragraph 1 of Section 1,
Kong Hill, what if it comes to the point, na papasa itong People's Initiative and then there will be charter change? Are you only for changes to restrictive economic provisions, or do you also support extending the terms of lawmakers?
Well, I expressed my 100 support in amending the restrictive economic provisions, and I am open to the discussion when it comes to changes, when it comes to the term limits of the public officials.
And do you support a parliamentary form where we're going to have a prime minister and a president? Or will you still push for a bicameral legislature, which we currently have?
Well, right now, Rico, I don't have an answer to that question because, again, we really have to study what would be the best for our country, either a parliamentary form of government or we are going still to maintain a bicameral set up in our present Congress. So again, we have to study that and we'll see what would be the best for our country.
Thank you so much for your insights. AKO Bicol Party List Representative Jil Bongalon.